Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2023 Ford F-150 Raptor. This one is finished off in azure gray metallic, and the MSRP is just over $87,000. We have a lot to go over for this highly performance-oriented full-size truck that's also geared towards being a work vehicle as well. So let's start off with what powers the Raptor. This has a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. It is paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. It pumps out 450 horsepower, 510 pound-feet of torque. That power is primarily sent to the rear wheels. However, this does have the four-wheel drive system. 0 to 60 is around 5 seconds. It weighs in right around 5,700 pounds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 15 miles per gallon combined between city and highway. But as we take a look at the exterior styling now, the biggest difference that you will notice is the Ford grille. This is how you can tell it's a Raptor unless someone has copied that grille for a non-Raptor F-150, but this is the distinctive part of it. There's a forward-facing camera. There's also 3 lights just above that. Active grille shutters are behind those cutouts as well. This does get LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals with the Raptor logo on the inside of that housing. There's rigid LED fog lights, steel front bumper, parking sensors, even 2 tow hooks, and then skid plates are up underneath. And very nice lines coming down the hood with the Raptor badges on both sides of that middle bulge, and then just some nice lines. Really gives this an aggressive front end look. This also has right around 12 inches of ground clearance, so you have plenty of room underneath. And this particular truck also has some aftermarket set of wheels and tires. These are 37 by 13.5 with a 22-inch wheel. Plenty of clearance, it looks like, for the size of these wheels and tires. There's steel running boards. You could use these maybe as a slider as well. They are definitely very durable. Body colored side mirrors with the turn signal and the camera. There's also a full moonroof up top, and nice lines running down the side. You get the quad cab with the short bed here, and of course this has the Fox-tuned Raptor suspension to really make this an off-roading performance truck. Now in back, Ford is spelled out just like up front. There's a backup camera, all of these sensors, dual exhaust. This can even tow right around 8,200 pounds. But let's take a listen to that exhaust real quick. You can use that button on the key fob as well to shut it off as needed. You can also use the key fob to deploy the tailgate. And this particular truck does have an aftermarket cover on it. It just depends on what you're using your truck for. There's a lot of space back here. It has the spray-in bed liner too. There's also tie-down hooks and even some lights. And then you have some auxiliaries on that left side. There's also a ruler on the tailgate itself, and then some compartments where you can place pens, tape measures, whatever you have with you for the day. And of course, this does have the Ford bed step with the grab handle, so you can lock that into place. If you're using this every day, this definitely makes it worth it. So you're not constantly jumping up and down from that height. And it's super easy to put back into place. And even with this mechanism, it is a lightweight tailgate. Well, let's work our way to the interior now, where this has a nice style for the door panel with the materials up top. There's leather, Bang and Olufson sound system, plenty of storage both in the lower and middle section of that door. And then there's more leather for these back seats, which do also flip up. So you can lock those into place. Where you have this divider here, you can also fold that flat, so you have a nice flat surface if you have some larger items and you want to place them in the back seats here. Now you get that step along with the grab handle, which makes it easy to jump up. There's storage pockets, there's cup holders, there's even the heated seats, all of these auxiliaries, and even some climates. Armrest with cup holders in the middle. There's a sliding rear window, and then that full moonroof like I mentioned earlier. Plenty of headroom at 5'10", plenty of space for 3 full-size adults to be in this full-size truck. Now looking at the front door panel, there's the memory seating controls along with the power folding side mirrors, all of the window adjustments, and then the same amount of space. And we have the same seats, however they have Raptor for the front seats and they are automatic. Same grab handle too, so it makes it easy to jump up into this. We have that red stripe with the leather steering wheel, Raptor in the lower section. On this left side, there's all the cruise and adaptive cruise control settings along with volume, voice commands. There's even an R button for the Raptor settings. On this right side, there's tuning. You have the exhaust, suspension, steering, and then the massive paddle shifters. But let's fire this back up and we can go over the rest of this information for the digital gauge cluster. So on the left side, there's the tach. Right side, there's miles per hour. There is some fixed information running across the top. And then you can also scroll through a lot more, just depending on what you would like to see. There's more of an off-road page there that you can view. And then you have all these additional vitals that you can go through. Now for the steering, you have a few different settings that you can go into along with the suspension. So you can adjust that, and then the exhaust that I mentioned earlier. And then you can also go into menu and scroll through a lot more of this info. So it just depends on what you need to do for the day. On this left side, there's spotlights on the side view mirrors. There's also the power outlet that you can control. You can deploy the tailgate, all the headlight and fog light adjustments, even pedal adjustments. So you can bring those up or back. And then the e-brake is down there too. A little bit of space up top. And then above the infotainment system, there's a shortcut to the camera. So you can pull this up and go through that full 360 view. Just depending on what you need to see, you can easily pull everything up. There's also the parallel parking feature, so you can activate that, hazards, traction control, and then an off-road setting that you can go into. This is basically the trail control, so it's cruise control for off-road. Now in the lower section, these are all the presets. So you have audio and phone. You can pull up the nav, go to your favorites, even pull up Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have various general settings that you can go into. And then you even have features like your trail turn assist, driver assistance, that pro power on board, and even the zone lighting. And then you can go through some more info on that right side. So we do have that split style screen. Now there's the pro trailering system, so you can use that when backing up, of course. It's very beneficial. There's the trailer braking, all of your four-wheel drive selectors, including different driving modes and the center locking diff. So you can scroll through all of these. Depending on what you're doing for the day, you will notice that the graphic does change as well. So very cool to see that. There's volume, tuning. You can have a few settings for that infotainment system. We have all the climates nicely laid out underneath. These are heated and ventilated seats, temperature adjustments. There's wireless charging with a lot of space down below, and you can hide that as needed. Cup holders, a little bit of storage. As you can tell right now, the shifter is down, so it's flush with everything else. We can't actually put the vehicle into gear just yet, because with that down, you have a nice flat surface. So you can use this as a work truck if needed. When you're ready to go, simply bring that up. Then you can put it into reverse. You have drive, even the manual setting for those paddle shifters. There's plenty of space in the glove box, so you have a massive amount of room. There's even 2 glove boxes over on the passenger side, as well as some more auxiliaries, so you can use those as needed. Now up top, there's all the dome lights, the controls for the sunroof, sunshade, even that rear window. There's a sunglass holder, and then all the auxiliaries where you can put exterior lights, compressors, anything that you have with you for the day. And it's very easy to see over both shoulders. And from second gear, here we go. I think it sounds good. For a mild acceleration, paddle shifters are super responsive too. So I'm assuming taking this through some trails off the pavement, you would have some great performance going through the gears and just having a ball with this truck. As far as turning radius goes, we can do that. So it's not all that bad on road. You have the trail turn assist for your off-roading situations, which just again makes it that much more capable for using this as an all-around style pickup. And this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for almost a 6-figure truck, depending on options that you go with and the current market. But I love seeing this hood bulge. It's not too obstructive, so you can still see over that side. And it's a nice, comfortable, smooth ride. The Fox-tuned suspension is going to give you that smooth ride on road, as well as the performance off-road. So again, best of both worlds there. Super quiet, tons of space. I mean, you really can't go wrong. If you want a performance-oriented pickup truck, you have this. You also have the RAM TRX. So there's basically the two for the US market. If you want a highly performance-oriented truck, definitely take a look at both, but the Raptor here is a very nice truck. That is going to wrap it up for the walk-around review and test drive with the Ford F-150 Raptor. Once again, a huge shout out to Randy Marion Mooresville for providing this F-150 for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. Give the video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.